welcome to Young Hero Speaks, the show in which I give my honest opinions on random topics. I'm your host, ThatKidDouglas, aka the Young Hero, and today I'm here with my good friend Brandon Nathaniel, who's an executive producer on the show, and we're going to talk about something unprecedented. We're going to be talking about Donald Trump and the whole firestorm behind his alleged sexual assault. Now this is different for me because I usually like to avoid politics on this channel. It's normally about entertainment and nothing more than that. But in this case, I'm willing to make an immense exception because I don't like misleading, I don't like misdirection, I don't like the way the media's kind of handled all of this Donald Trump stuff. Now, we both want to make it abundantly clear that we are not big fans of Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. We don't really give a shit because we're from Canada anyways. It doesn't really affect us. And honestly, they're both pretty shady individuals who care more about power than actually helping people. So there's no bias here. We don't really care either way. But you know, let's get into it. So I'm pretty sure you all know that Donald Trump is being accused of sexual assault. His famous comments, grab him by the pussy, when he was talking to the now former Today correspondent Billy Bush about trying to move on this woman who was Billy Bush's colleague Nancy O'Dell. And this was back in 2005, which is a long time, 11 years ago. Yeah, that was when The Apprentice was still on. I really liked that show. But, you know, and he was saying that, oh, she was married and he failed. He was trying to move on her or whatever. And he said, grab him by the pussy. And so many people like to proclaim that this was sexual assault and that Trump was advocating for sexual assault, which is absolute nonsense. I mean, I could play the video, and it's probably a good idea that we do. Watch this video clip, and you can determine whether or not he's actually advocating for sexual assault.
I'll admit it.
Whoa.
I did try and fuck her. She was married.
Huge news there.
No, Nancy.
Yeah.
No, this was marriages. And I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch. But I couldn't get there. And she was married. And all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her looks. I gotta use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything.
Didn't these two did not even realize that they had their mics on? Like, before they were going to record it or anything, they could have at least turned off their microphones so that way, like, national television didn't have to hear what they actually had to say. It's like, why?
That's the only thing that's really offensive about this video. It's not the fact that Trump said grab him by the pussy or Billy Bush said, oh, that girl's hot as shit in the purple. No. It's the fact that they didn't realize their fucking mics were on. Like, there was an entire camera crew there and nobody realized their fucking mics were on? Like, seriously? Like,
turn off your microphones.
Oh, God. But getting to the point here, Trump was not advocating for sexual assault. And so many people, so many media outlets took this way out of context to make it appear that Trump was advocating for sexual assault and that he was advocating for women to essentially be raped. No, that's not what he was saying. He was saying that when you're a star, women will let you do anything you want to them. So if you want to go all 50 Shades of Grey on them, you know, if you want to theoretically grab them by the pussy, if you want to do anything that you can possibly imagine, they'll let you do it because you're famous and they're attracted to your fame. And when you're famous, you're a chick magnet. And women from all walks of life will want to have sex with you. That's what he was saying. That's what theoretically could happen. I mean, look at Tiger Woods, for example. You know, we thought, you know, he had the perfect life, perfect marriage. You know, he was like a superstar in golf. And then he had sex with all those fucking mistresses, you know?
And he got a porn star pregnant.
Yes, of course. So that's what theoretically can happen when you're a star, and that's what he was saying. But so many media outlets said, oh my God, Donald Trump, he's advocating for sexual assault, he's advocating for rape, oh my God, he's a monster, we must be stopped, oh my God. And to me, this just seems so desperate. It just seems like people are so desperate to find any kind of dirt on Trump they can that they're resorting to this kind of shit. And I'm not a big fan of the guy either, really. I don't give a shit about him, but still. Like, if you're gonna accuse someone of something, like you gotta have something better than that. I'm just saying, you know. And look, I understand why these media outlets are misleading people and doing the type of shit they're doing, because they have to get people to watch. They have to get people to tune in, and especially when you look at television viewership. Like, I mean, in the last decade, television viewership has just falling off a cliff, and like not very many people watch TV anymore
because of the internet.
Yeah, because everybody's going all digital. So what do you think, Brandon, personally, about these media outlets taking Trump's words out of context?
Well, about the media outlets and what they're trying to do, like, it's just very manipulating on what, like, the news outlets is trying to do, because all that they're basically thinking about is the money.
I mean, yeah, because you got to get people to click, you got to get people to watch, and you got to have a juicy headline, because we're in the age of gotcha journalism, and nobody thought to actually watch the video multiple times to actually understand the context. Because if they understood the context, they would realize that Donald Trump was not advocating women to be sexually assaulted. But you see, that wouldn't make a good headline. That would completely destroy the narrative. So, you just take a few words out of context. Oh, you got a story. He's advocating for sexual assault. Grab him by the pussy. And if anything, the whole grab him by the pussy thing, that was more of a joke. If anything. Look, were the comments crass and in poor taste? Sure. But again, saying that he's advocating for sexual assault and taking what somebody said completely out of context to make them appear to be an evil person is just ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. It's incredibly misleading. It's incredibly manipulative. And a lot of these media outlets know better, right? They know better, but, again, gotta get those headlines somehow, right? I mean, it's just... And if you don't already know, Billy Bush was fired from today. I think it was a few days ago. It
was a week ago.
It was a week ago, yeah. Personally, I don't think he should have been fired. I don't know what you think, Brandon, but...
No, I don't think he should have been fired or anything, because no, like, he was just having like, they're kind of like joking around, if I could put it in the way, but he didn't say anything that is vulgar other than what Donald Trump said, so I don't think he should have got fired.
No, I think if anything, he probably should have just been suspended and then reassigned throughout the company.
Or took time off.
Similar to that of Brian Williams, but I don't think he should have been fired for that. I mean, because again, what was he saying that was really offensive? Oh, he was saying that a woman had nice legs and that she was hot, attractive. Okay, I mean, I mean, it's slightly a bit creepy, but most men say that, though. Seriously, most men say that. Like, I mean, like, if you go to any high school or college situation, guarantee you, when 9 times out of 10, when men see an attractive woman, they're gonna say, oh yeah, that woman looks hot. She has nice legs. She has blah, 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 like...
High school talk.
High school, college, like, and we know a lot of people, a lot of men that say that. So, okay, what's wrong with saying that a woman looks attractive and she has nice legs? I don't get that personally. But then again, I keep forgetting we live in a PC culture, an outrage culture, and everybody has to get outraged about something these days.
Jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. And recently, several women have come out claiming that Donald Trump sexually assaulted them. Now, we want to make this abundantly clear that we're not saying that Trump is innocent, and we're also not saying that these women are lying. But what we're saying here is that we should wait for the facts and evidence to present itself, because, again, so many people are jumping on the bandwagon saying, oh my god, Donald Trump's a rapist, he's a rapist, he's a rapist, he's a rapist. When there's really not any evidence so far to prove that he is. Am I saying that he sexually assaulted these women? Again, we don't know. He might have. He might not have. We don't know. But that's what just bugs the shit out of me, because so many people are just willing to jump on a fucking bandwagon to benefit them, really. And again, these are dubious at best. They can't be dismissed outright, but until there's evidence to prove that he did sexually assault these women, at this point, it's just hearsay. It's very similar in a way to like the whole Toby Turner thing. I don't know.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah. Or Nate Parker. Or
Derrick Rose.
Yeah, people just automatically assume that somebody is a rapist because, oh, if a woman said that she was raped, then it must be true, right? I don't know. What do you think of personally, Brandon?
Well, in my opinion, the way how all these women are coming out against like Donald Trump is very shady and manipulating. And even though it's closer to election day for the state, it's like, why are they coming out with this now? Even though it's getting like closer, like couldn't have they just come out with this like earlier or something?
Yeah, I mean, it does seem kind of weird that they're coming out about this now. I mean, like if this were the case, it should have come out about it years ago. And again, we're not saying these women are lying, but me and Brandon both believe this personally, and I think it rings true. If you have been raped, if you have been sexually assaulted, contact the police immediately. I know it can be hard, especially when you're dealing with a celebrity like Donald Trump, but it doesn't matter if it's a celebrity or just some random fuckhead on the street. You know, like, if you've been victimized, contact the police right away. File a report. That's better than nothing. Don't go to social media. Don't go to YouTube. Don't go to like a magazine or whatever. Go to the police, because the internet is not the police. It's not 911. Exactly. And when you do that, it's a disservice towards the people that are actually being victimized. And again, we're not saying that these women have or have not been raped, but you know, you just have to protect yourself, and that's one of the ways that you can do it. And you know, again, we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. But again, so many people don't even think. They just jump on a bandwagon. They don't even wait. They just say, oh, he's a rapist and he must be stopped. And it almost seems like they're just trying to find whatever dirt they can, because nobody imagined that Trump would get this far. I certainly didn't. When he came out with those comments about Mexicans, I thought, there's no way he's becoming president, and look where we are now. So,
or Muslims, and then
and look, he's close to potentially becoming the U.S. president, and we didn't really think that a year ago. So, but the point is that, you know, you shouldn't believe everything you hear or read. And for the media outlets that were taking this completely out of context to make it appear to be something that it wasn't, shame on you. Really, shame on you, because you know better than this. You know that he wasn't actually advocating for sexual assault, and you know that the comments, if anything, were jokes. They were immature, yes, but they were still jokes. They were still done in a lighthearted manner, and it wasn't... He wasn't saying that, oh, you sexually assault these women and this is how you can do it. But then it's gotcha journalism. You got to get those headlines somehow.
Just got to get the money.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll be honest. I just can't wait for this fucking election to be over so people will finally just shut the fuck up about it.
And just move on about something else, because even though you and I don't really give a crap about politics, I just can't wait for this to be over with.
Yeah, and honestly, nothing's gonna come of this. If anything, this is probably just going to blow over, and he's either going to become president or he's not. You know, and then that's really the way that it should be. Like, if it comes out that he did in fact sexually assault these women, then yeah, he should be punished for that. There should be consequences. But if he didn't, people should just leave the man alone. Mm-hmm. That's all I want to say. But, you know, I don't know. What are your final thoughts on this?
Or my final thoughts on this? Well, the news and the media outlets could at least do a bit of their research, not just mislead people or anything. Yeah. Hey, this is not drama alert or anything, but the news source really have to double and triple check.
I didn't even think of that. This is basically drama alert, Keemstar level reporting, completely taking things out of context to make someone appear to be a horrible person, and just for attention. You know, that's really what it is. You know, and yeah, like, please, media outlets, do your research. Do your research, because I watched the video multiple times, and he did not advocate for sexual assault, because I understand that, you know, journalism is dying these days, but come on,
technology.
There should be a little bit more professionalism than that. But, you know. I think we've pretty much said everything that we want to say about this, so we're just going to end it here. This is ThatKidDouglas, a.k.a. the Unhero.
And this is Brandon Nathaniel, a.k.a. BigB217.
Signing out. Deuces. Stay frosty and keep it weird. Cue an outro sequence now.